let's avoid all the boring old discussions about giveaways and launch programs. Today we're going to talk about DNA reviews, how to do them right, the mistakes to avoid so that Amazon doesn't punish you, as well as a bonus that I'm going to give you that you can use to supercharge your reviews so that you can rank faster for big keywords. Hi, I'm Sean Farrington, and a question that I get asked a lot is about reviews. As a matter of fact, it's funny, earlier in the week while I was preparing for this video, I got asked this very question by a client and a friend, Lottie, who was asking about these kind of reviews. And so Lottie, this video is dedicated to you, but I'm going to depart from what most people talk about when they talk about reviews and talk about a very specific kind of reviews called DNA reviews. And we're going to be going over them step by step, just because it's important to be able to do that to keep you out of trouble with Amazon and to make sure that your reviews work for you. And also, we're going to go over that cool bonus that's going to supercharge your reviews for you. But I kind of learned these the hard way. I kind of came up through the ranks in the old school way of how to do reviews, and I've done a lot of crazy things and experimented in a lot of different ways. So I have a lot of scarring, a lot of bruising, and what I want to do is help you to bypass all that nonsense and take the easy way. Would that be cool? All right, so let's go ahead and jump right in. So first off, what are DNA reviews? Almost every seller that I know on Amazon has a group of people that they go to first for their reviews. They're people who they know they can ask for reviews and get reviews, and they'll do them for them. Usually it's relatives who share your DNA, hence the term the DNA reviews. And I find shoppers that are even 7 or 8-figure shoppers and beginners as well have this pool of relatives and friends that they can ask to get reviews, and they know that they'll get the help that they need. And over the years of marketing on Amazon, what I found is that reviews are kind of like the icing on top of an awesome Amazon cake. They really can help to make your product more attractive to shoppers. They're a way for you to add social proof to your sales process. It's a risk remover, if you will. Someone else has tested the waters first and is saying, hey, jump on in. The water is awesome. So that's the value to reviews. But I think it's also important to say that if you don't have any reviews, you shouldn't feel stuck or lost. Don't feel like there's no way to move forward. There's no way to pivot. Today's video will help. And hey, let me add also that we've had many listings that launch and rank and profit even without a single review on them whatsoever. So it's not impossible to make that work for you. And hint, there's a hint for this for you. The reason is because we don't just let social proof to reviews. We don't just rely on reviews to give us the social proof. We structure it actually into everything that we do as far as optimization for these kind of listings. But it's kind of a topic for a different video. That said, a lot of sellers, even the super competitive spaces, feel compelled to have reviews before they really launch onto Amazon. And they jump into using DNA reviews as their first move for this. So I wanted to help you and offer some guidance if you're going to go this way with getting your reviews. So my goal for this video is I want to cover DNA reviews because I'm guessing it's very possible that you have a similar pool of people, potential reviewers, if you will, that you're going to reference, that you're going to ask. And I want to help you to do things right so that you can keep your account from getting suspended. And you can get the best results from the favor you're asking. So you're asking a pretty big ask of people. It's going to inconvenience them a little bit. So I want to make sure you get the highest and best results that you can from that. Because while DNA reviews can be very helpful to your business, there are some dangers that can actually harm your account if it's not done correctly. So plus there's also some real juicy benefits that can be left on the table if you just don't know any better about what it takes to sell on Amazon. So I kind of want to cover that as well. So, okay, so you have this list of friends that may be willing to help you with reviews, right? So let's talk about safety when it comes to getting these DNA reviews. And here's why, because you must first of all have a US-based Prime account. So not you, the reviewer. The reviewer has to have a US-based Prime account. All right, that means they're paying for Prime, that annual fee for Prime benefits on Amazon. They have to have one of those. And then they must have a minimum of 5 verified purchases on that Prime account. So meaning that they have a US-based Prime account, then they have a minimum of 5 verified purchases using the Prime account. So not before the account became Prime, because you can come on without a Prime account, own a Prime account, and then get a Prime account later. So they have to have a minimum of 5 purchases using that Prime account. And the review has to be, then the review that you're going to ultimately have that you're going to want from them has to be a verified review. Now there's a couple of things about the verified review, that they purchased it on this Prime account, they have a minimum of 5 purchases on it, and then also if it's a full price purchase. Now there are some discount amounts that you can get away with purchasing and still have it be a verified purchase. It's best if it's just a full priced offer. So if they come on, they buy the product at full price, that helps you with a bunch of other things inside the algorithm, including verifying that the pricing is a valid price for the market. And then that will get you a verified purchase for this review, and that's critical because that's what you want. You don't want unverified reviews. You can get unverified reviews. They don't often stick. They can get removed later on and they get bumped down because they're just not that important. And they also don't really count for the algorithm as well too. So, and one of the things that I've seen more problems with this than anything that can cause issues. If the person that's going to do the purchase, get the review, verified purchase, and do the review for you has logged into their Amazon account using your computer, your IP address in your house, that's a no-go. Don't do that. Don't do share IP addresses. If they've ever logged into Amazon using your internet, just pass them up and move on to something else. Ultimately, if you do this right, it's all about the benefits of a DNA review, and the benefits are obviously control. So there's one cool bit of control that's often overlooked for reviews, and that is SEO, meaning that if you set up your reviews correctly, then you can actually use them to rank for high value keywords. And this is the bonus that I was talking about earlier. This is the bonus a lot of people miss. So ultimately you're going to go on, if you're doing these right, your reviewers are going to go on, make a purchase, verified purchase using a verified Prime account. Then they're going to own that product for a little while, come back and then make a review after it's been shipped to them and they have a little bit of time to do that. And then they're going to own that and then they're going to go and make a review on your account. But if you do this correctly, then you can get some SEO love for and keyword ranking for doing these reviews right. So I'm going to jump into this real quick because there's a lot of stuff that goes on down in further in the listing that a lot of people don't realize. So down here in this part of the listing, if you see all these where these reviews are, Amazon's A9 is actually scraping this section, the review section, for keywords to find out what's relevant, to find out what people are thinking about this product. And most people are passing this up. They don't even know, but you can actually plant keywords in here if you do your reviews right, keywords that you're not ranking for just yet, but want to, and start ranking for them. Amazon will see this and realize that others think that this listing, your listing, is a valuable listing for those particular keywords. And then the A9 algorithm takes that into consideration when figuring out what keywords to rank your listing for. So this is absolutely a gold mine of an opportunity down here if you're doing that right. So, and you only have so much space in the other areas. On your titles, most titles, you only have 200 characters. You only have 500 characters per bullets. In a normal product description, you only have 2,000 characters. And if you're doing HTML, that takes away from all that. So all that space that's available for keyword density is is diminished, but down here you have a ton of free space for more keywords and to add keywords. And if you get this done right, you can start ranking for some high value keywords. So here's the 3 simple steps to your bonus keyword optimization. Let me break these down for you. You ready for this? You would like me to show you what these are? All right. 1, you got to know your SEO. You got to know your SEO path forward. Really, most sellers don't know this. They don't know what keywords they should be moving into next. And you gotta have a path. You've got to have from what you can grab short term to what you're going for long term, meaning short term, meaning what I can grab, today, tomorrow, next week, or the week after, to keywords that may take me a year or more to rank for if you're in a very competitive space. Most of them just grab some keywords off of Helium 10, trust them, and then go. There's no strategy to what they're doing to rank. But listen, not all keywords are created equal. And some tools, honestly, make some really bad suggestions on what you ought to go for first. And almost no seller takes into account that each keyword has its own market value, meaning each keyword has a certain amount of money that is flowing through it each month. So what this is critical to know that most people don't realize, that not all keywords have the same financial value to you. You might look at them and the beginner might go, man, that gets a lot of searches per month and this only gets a few searches per month. But what you don't realize is this lot of searches per month may not actually be financially valuable to you and your business. So anyways, I could get nerdy about keywords for hours, and maybe I will on some videos, some past videos you'll look in that I've already done that. But just to summarize, let's just say that you need to know that there's a path you should be taking, your SEO path forward, through which specific keywords you're going to move strategically. Once you know your specific SEO path forward, then you can go ahead and plan your know your search terms. So know how to do search and buys with keywords. Now, this is the next step that you're going to be able to do. Since A9 launched in 2004, people have been trying to game the A9 search algorithm all that time. They've been trying to find ways to trick it, to make it think that it's seeing one thing when it actually isn't. And that's why for the past 3 years, all the data scientists at Amazon have been trying to figure out human buying behavior. This has been sort of like their number one goal, is to figure out how humans actually shop when they shop. And really what they're doing this for is to combat these automated methods, or these bots, or even just lazy methods of giving out links and asking for reviews. Like, I give you my link, come to my listing and give me a review. So what they're looking is for natural buying behavior. Natural buying behavior is random. It's strange. It's very human and a little bit chaotic and whimsical and all that kind of stuff. You know, people will begin with something, they'll pop in and out of a listing, make comparisons, scroll, go back to something anyway. So your reviewers must do what's called a search and buy, meaning that you're going to give them a keyword that you want to rank for, and maybe just a picture of your product, just maybe like whatever the main image is, and tell them to enter that keyword and then shop for your product, meaning they've got to act natural. They've got to go in and look at a few listings, come back out of them and everything. So now you may run into a situation where your product is not indexed yet, meaning customers, your friends, your DNA people can't actually find your product. But if you set up your listing correctly, then there's a high probability you're indexed, at least within a short period of time. But once they shop and find your product, they shop and they buy, right? So again, how to do search and buy. So they do the search and then they go through, do some shopping, and then they buy, that natural buying behavior. And then they make the purchase. So that's step number 2. Then they wait until delivery and then review. So obviously you're not going to give a review before you actually get the product. So there has to be a little bit of time to where the product comes to you, you spend a day or two or whatever with it, and then the review. And you're going to ask them at this point to seed the review, to seed it with the keywords that you want. You're going to place high value keywords into the title and another one in the body. You can place different ones in different spaces, but you're going to use those keywords. You know your SEO path forward, right? That was what we discussed early on. Step number 1, know that SEO path forward. What keywords do I want to rank? And you can put a big main keyword that's going to take you 6 months to a year to rank for, and one that you want to rank for now. Put one in the title, one in the body, flip one out, do it the other way. So that's the essence of what you need to do. So, just going back again, here, let me look real quick. Know your SEO path forward, right? Then 2, know how to do search and buys with keywords. So you can instruct your friends and family to how to do search and buys with keywords. And then 3, seed the review title and body with these actual keywords. That's the essence of doing DNA reviews. And if you're doing these reviews, these steps will help you to avoid the pitfalls and get more out of your efforts. If you do them right, again, avoiding having people use the same IP address, you won't get in trouble that way. Not choosing review mavens, actually not choosing people that are known for being great reviewers. That's a dangerous thing to do as well. I've seen many people, many sellers, come to me after they said they've had a third or even half of all their reviews removed because one reviewer got caught for being a paid reviewer, an incentivized reviewer. His reviews were removed on an automotive listing, but someone that had in the beauty niche had all of their reviews off their cosmetic products removed, or whatever the different case was. So hopefully you found this helpful for what it takes to do reviews and how to do them correctly. This year, I'm trying to make it my goal to be more profitable and more helpful to business owners who are working hard to sell on Amazon. I know it's difficult, and a lot of people, marketing is a really difficult thing. So one of the ways that I'm doing this is that I'm going to offer a masterclass. And so I've been working on this masterclass for about 9 months, really just trying to to get it right and offer the best that I could of what's going on to win on Amazon right now. This is what we're doing with our own clients. It's working today. This is not theory. This is not ideas. This is what's actually happening, and we test. So it's actual moves that you can use to change your business today. And let me be honest about this masterclass. If you check out the link below and you go to that link, and that class is up, I suggest you jump on it. And here's why. Because I yank that class down every so often. This is not fake scarcity. What I'm actually trying to tell you is that inside of that masterclass, I make an offer to work with people one-on-one. So I only leave that masterclass up whenever I can fulfill on that promise. So if you go there and find the link to that masterclass up, I highly suggest you jump on it, take it, set aside a little bit of time. It takes about an hour, a little over an hour to do the masterclass. I believe it's well worth your time and something that can transform your business. But what I wanted to let you know is if it's there, jump on it. If you see the link that says, sign up to be notified when the class comes back up. I've done that because I just didn't have time to fulfill on the one-on-one promise. But go ahead and fill out your information. You'll be notified just as soon as the class comes back available to you. So hopefully that's all useful to you. Hopefully going through the reviews was a useful thing to you. It helped you to avoid some of the pitfalls and get the supercharge your listing so that you can rank for some of those keywords. And I hope your business is booming and you have great relationships, and looking forward to talking to you soon. Bye.